I know I joked off the top that you weren't a believer in the Commanders, but, I understood it. Like, he's a rookie quarterback. Yeah. You're expecting the wheels to fall off at some point. If anything, it was the opposite. I mean, it was almost like Jaden Daniels took another step today.
He really did. I think he locked in Offensive Rookie of the Year. I know there's a bit of debate with Bo Nix at one point. Certainly that's done. But, Jay, I sit here and I say, like, hey, this team was a tremendous win. It's a tremendous season. Dan Quinn, they got a lot to be excited about. But I will say that I don't see them making a very deep playoff run. I mean, first and foremost, they had 5 turnovers today. That wasn't great. Some of them were unlucky, but still, that being said, 5 turnovers is quite a bit. The next thing is their defense is just not that good. So, again, you're going to sit here. They're most likely to get the 7 seed. They're going to have to see, the 2 seed, which could be Philly.
Yeah.
But it won't be without Kenny Pickett. It should be with Jalen Hurts. So your defense is also very, very suspect. Again, I'm not trying to kill you, Commanders fans. I think it's a tremendous year. I think you got a tremendous future. But with the type of defense you've got going, the turnovers, if you don't, even today, the time of possession they had was very, very small. A lot of big plays, which we saw. It's a tough formula to win a playoff game. Could happen, but I would say very unlikely.
If you were a Commanders fan over the last couple of decades under Dan Snyder, and then you just have this season, even if they don't make the playoffs, this is a win, right?
Jay, you said it, and that's why I feel bad. I feel bad in that what I just said, but it's a huge win, and I believe that this team is going to be a powerhouse in the NFC in the near future. Again, Dan Quinn to me is the best of the best when it comes to a coach and as a leader of men. I mean, I sat and listened to Dan Quinn for a lot of speeches and was like, this is a guy you want to play for.
Yeah.
And then you look at the plays Jaden Daniels did make today, off schedule and on, for a rookie is ridiculous. So, again, I think the future's bright. I just think they're in a tough spot this year with how good the NFC is.
What about, speaking of the NFC, what about the Eagles? What do you take away from a loss like this?
Well, first and foremost, when we talked about this, but Kenny Pickett struggled, had a bad turnover in there. He had some good moments too, but you want a guy to come in there and really dominate the game, especially when you have a run game that's like Saquon, a guy like A.J. Brown. Didn't happen. But secondly, I would say I still don't think that they're in shambles. And what I mean by that is Saquon is still going to be able to control games. He's going to sit here. He's going to have his big yardage. He's going to be able to really control the time of possession. You can still throw the go balls to A.J. Brown. Again, they're a drop there. I don't think Devontae Smith's going to be dropping any footballs. The glaring issue is defense. But I think at this point, you got to say it was a bit of a fluke in the sense of every week the defense has been good. Jaden Daniels made some tremendous plays, and that's where the points are there. So, again, to me, I'm in the NFC, I'm an NFC North guy. I've said that. I think those are the 3 best teams. But the Eagles are in that conversation, and with or without Jalen Hurts, obviously Hurts helps them. But without him, they can still win games. They got a very good defense, and they have Saquon Barkley.